I have how many weeks left, or why I found myself wanting to cry as I walked home from Eastern Market. I was walking back from the hubbub of Eastern Market this morning with my friend Mandy, reveling in the fall colors and the 50-degree sunshine my New England body has been craving the whole month of October, and it hit me suddenly. My time in DC is almost over. I arrived here in August with a fly on the airplane and my fears tucked safely in my pockets. I arrived thinking that 14 weeks would be unimaginably long. I arrived without ever having lived in a city, full of excitement and trepidation. And here I am, 8 weeks in, realizing that I love living in this city. Eastern Market was bustling today, people in their fuzzy scarves and hats clutching cups of warm cider from Port City Java or tea from Peregrine Espresso, taste-testing Asian pears and Honeycrisp apples. When I turned around, there are booths of handmade rose gold earrings, hand-roasted coffee, scarves and headbands lining the street like the Marché in Aix-en-Provence. I sat in the corner of Port City, highlighter in hand, my skinny gray jeans and Converse sneakers tucked under my chair, watching as a 40-year-old woman in a pink leotard ordered a double tall skim cappuccino, as a random group of people dressed as pirates wandered through the food stalls, as a group of girls shared scones and muffins. I love walking on the cobbled brick of 8th Street and feeling the wind on my face. And as I walked back, I felt like crying because I am not at all sure how I will deal with the lack of Washington, D.C. in my life when December 11th arrives. Will I be lost in the suburbs of the North Shore? Will I feel at home anymore in my old red colonial house? Or will I have come back only to be a stranger in 2 places instead of 1? Why do we travel? It complicates everything. I keep discovering places that feel like home, the wild moors of Devon, England, the bright lavenders and poppies of southern France, the Musée d'Orsay and the cafe near Notre Dame where my friend and I first discovered our love of café au lait, the sweet tea and po' boys of New Orleans, the Jubilee Center in downtown Montgomery. There are too many of these places to name, but my journey here has exacerbated this tendency to find home in the least expected cities. I have always thought of myself as a rooted person. You know, the old debates about roots versus wings. Are you a grounded person or a free spirit? Do you want to fly or be anchored to earth? And to those questions, I've always answered roots, grounded, being anchored. And I thought that it meant I knew home was home and away was away, and when I went away, I would always be glad to come home. But being in Washington, D.C. has changed my definition of home. I no longer think of it as my colonial house on Wethersfield Street. I no longer think of it as my small college or my beloved high school or even the North Shore of Massachusetts. Home is now 8th Street, the D6 bus, Union Station, Ebenezer's Coffee House, the Starbucks on 16th and K Street, the busboys and poets, the anthropology I can't afford in Georgetown, the view of the Lincoln Memorial, the National Gallery of Art. Home is in all these things, is all these things. I don't know when it happened or how, but I know that I will be homesick when I leave Washington. Maybe we travel to know what we love in the place we left behind us. Maybe we travel because God has made a big world and wants us to enjoy it. Maybe we travel because it helps us find echoes of ourselves in those unexpected places. I hope I continue to travel for all these reasons, but most importantly, I hope I continue to travel to change the meaning of home. I hope that I keep my roots, but that they begin to grow out beneath me to encompass the many places I now call home. And maybe lamenting at the prospect of leaving DC in just 6 weeks is the right place to begin. Thank you for traveling with me, readers. It has been wonderful sharing this journey with you.